All right, hello everybody. Hello and welcome. How's everyone doing today? Welcome to my final consecutive day of streaming. That is correct. I hope that you guys have enjoyed 6 straight days of gameplay streams here on my Twitch channel. Hope that you're ready for a final powerful and fun day. Oh yeah. What I'm playing right now on stream, oh yeah. Oh yeah. So welcome everyone. How's everyone doing? Today is Monday, the 27th of January 2020, and I hope that you're all doing well. Really, I do. I hope that you're doing well, and I hope that you had a good weekend. Now that we start a brand new week here on Twitch, I welcome you all. So what's going on? Let's hope for a better week this week. You know, someone actually said, Free for All Cast said this morning in the stream chat, he goes, let's hope today we can just get through a pre-stream without any insanely tragic events happening. And I completely agree. Yesterday it was like, what a shock with, you know, what happened with the passing of Kobe Bryant and his daughter. It was like, what the hell, man? It all kind of hit us like a ton of bricks. Right there when I was finishing up my pre-stream, the news broke. And it became, the topic of discussion pretty much for the entirety of the day. Let's hope for none of that today. Let's hope for a better day today, right? So, hopefully, my streams will serve as some form of entertainment for you. Hopefully let you feel maybe a little bit better if this weekend wasn't a great weekend for you. Okay. Fair enough, right? So let's talk a little bit, guys. What are we doing today? I'll tell you what we're doing today. More Donkey Kong 64. Oh, boy. So, yeah, a little hard for me to get super excited about this. Only reason being that Donkey Kong 64, at its core, is pretty much a fetch quest game. It's 100% collecting items from various things. Where you're collecting bananas, you're collecting coins. You're trying to get guns to shoot things. You're trying to get musical instruments to play music on certain spots. You know what I mean? Like, you're just basically, there's like, the whole game is consisting of like different kinds of mini games. Based on what characters you currently have unlocked. And, it definitely looks like it's going to be pretty tedious. Let's put it that way. After playing it all day Friday, man. The camera, the controls, and just the gameplay elements are very outdated. I can understand why some people, like this nostalgia factor for sure, especially if you were a fan of Donkey Kong, and then you got the Nintendo 64, and this was the iteration of Donkey Kong that was available on the console. I totally get if you like the game because of that, but it's, in my opinion, definitely looking like it's a chore. Let's put it that way, okay? It's going to be an ordeal to get through this game. So, I'm just about 4 hours in, just under 4 hours in. And we just unlocked the third character, Lanky Kong. I don't know, I think there's 5 or 6 characters in the game. I'm not 100% on how many there are. But I'm curious to see, how this is going to pan out. In addition, what people are saying is every time you get a new character, you basically got to go back to the stages you've already gone to because there's areas you didn't do stuff. For example, every stage has this boulder somewhere on the ground, and once you get the character that can pick up and throw boulders, now you got to go back to every world and throw the boulder around to unlock a new item, okay? So, it seems to me like there's going to be a lot of backtracking, a lot of collection, and, how fun is it going to be? Some people say that they actually, hate the game because it just was a really bad collection quest versus, if you look at Donkey Kong Country, that series was platforming. Was it challenging? Absolutely it was. But this is 100% open world kind of, collection questing. And so, I'm hoping that the playthrough will be entertaining for you guys to watch. I don't know if it's going to be entertaining for me to play. I would say that Friday's stream was about 30% discovery, meaning I never played it before and I was trying to understand the gameplay elements, okay? 30% pain because of the outdated controls, the outdated camera, just a lot of outdated stuff. And then maybe about, like, you know, maybe 30% enjoyment of trying to discover new things for the first time. Where'd the other 10% go? I don't know. Maybe it was 10% utter confusion. But what I'm hoping is that the more that I play it, okay, I'm hoping that the game will grow on me, and the more that I play it, I'll like it more. Like, for example, by the end of Friday's stream, I had unlocked Lanky Kong, the third character, and I was kind of understanding how it worked then. I was like, okay, so now with Lanky, I got to go back to the areas where he can shoot the balloons, the blue ones, and he can collect the blue bananas, and he has to go buy an instrument, and he has to go buy his gun. See, I was understanding the mechanics. I was like, okay, so now I kind of get it. So, we'll see how today goes, all right? We're right in the midst of doing stuff with Lanky, so we'll see how today goes. I think we had just opened a brand new door, if I remember correctly, with Lanky Kong. And now we're going to see what's behind that door and go from there. Okay? So there you go. All right. So I also don't know how long the game is. Keep in mind, this is a viewer's choice playthrough. Because some people are asking, why are you still even playing this game? Viewer's choice, guys. You guys nominated and voted on games for me to play, and this is the game that won. So this is what you guys wanted to see me play, which is why I'm playing it. I'm happy to understand what it is. I just don't know in the long term how fun it's going to be. So let's see what happens today. Hopefully the game will get a little bit better and grow on me. I hope it'll continue to grow on me. Like I said, I actually liked it a little bit more by the end of Friday's stream. I guess we'll see today. Okay? Hoo boy. All right, later tonight. My late night stream tonight is my weekly Minecraft chill stream. This is where we have fun in Minecraft, where I build stuff and explore. And tonight we're going to be finishing up building a shrine to Mr. Papavera. We're actually right at the end of finishing it, probably like 15 minutes of the stream tonight. And we're actually going to complete the shrine, which is really nice because it's designed by him. So it's nice for him to have something in the game that's personal to him, you know. Then we're starting on our new project, which is going to be a mob grinder. What this is a device by which enemies will automatically spawn, and you'll be able to easily kill them for experience gain, okay? I've never done anything like this in the game before. It sounds really complex from what Mr. Papavera sent me, the instructions. I was looking at it like, oh my god, this sounds really complex. Like, I don't know how long this is going to take us to do. We're going to probably start work on it tonight, and then more than likely next week. And then we'll see how far we go. If it's not even nearly done, then more than likely I might have to do a main daytime gameplay stream to do it. It seems like another one of these ginormous projects, okay? To which I've already said we're not doing any more ginormous projects, and now somehow another one has creeped up. I'm literally saying no more, because I'll be honest, there's been a couple people who are purposely, like, contributing and requesting insanely ridiculous things. Like, one person was top contributor for a Minecraft stream, and requested that I go to the end. I was like, no, I'm not gonna, turbocharge my fucking Minecraft playthrough and have to do all this shit that I don't want to do to go to the fucking end of the game and fight the Ender Dragon this early, you know? That's something you do when you're literally at the end of what you want to do in Minecraft. You've done all the fun stuff you want to do, and that's the last challenge in the game. I'm not fucking doing that now, you know? And I laid down the law. I pretty much said, when it comes to people who are contributing during the Minecraft stream and then they're requesting for things for me to do, that things should be simple. Things should be reasonable. A project that maybe takes a couple of hours, not a project that, for 2 months now you have to work to do this. It's fucking stupid. Okay? So, with this whole mob grinder, I'll be very honest, we're going to start it and see if we can figure it out. If it ends up being too complex, I don't give a shit. I'm just dropping it. I'm just being honest. Like, it sounds like a good idea, but if this ends up being, a 20-hour project, I'm not doing it. That was the rule, is that you can't request something that's ridiculous and time-consuming. I didn't know anything about this mob grinder when it was suggested by a top contributor, so I kind of said, okay, we'll look into it, we'll do it. And now come to find out, it's looking like from what Mr. Papavera is telling me, it's going to be like insanely complex and take a million years. He even said, oh, can you do a main gameplay stream of Minecraft one day so we could do it? I was like, wait, what? Now, this is exactly the opposite of what I said is allowed in the rules, okay? So we'll see what happens tonight, okay? Papavera even is commenting. He says, the positive side for the mob grinder, it's very useful, and it's a very valuable farm. I understand that, but if it takes, 12 hours to build, then that completely throws, a monkey wrench and a problem into my Minecraft streams. See? So I don't want that to happen. So let's see what happens. Let's see what happens tonight, and we'll go from there. Okay? Now, in addition to that, the top contributor from the last stream actually requested one of the most unique things I've ever heard requested, and it sounds really fun, and it also sounds like something that may not be too complex. So I'm actually going to reveal what that is tonight, okay, on stream, on the Minecraft stream. So that'll be the next thing we work on, maybe sooner rather than later if this whole mob grinder thing doesn't even work out, okay? So I guess we'll see, okay? We'll see how it goes. So that's tonight, 6:45 p.m. Pacific time. Tomorrow I'm off from streaming. Tomorrow is my day off from streaming, guys. All right? So in the meantime, you can get caught up on all the playthroughs I've been working on over on DSPGaming on YouTube, where I archive them every single day. Hope you have a good day away tomorrow, whatever it is that you might do on my days off from streaming. I'll see you all on Wednesday. On Wednesday, we will be continuing on with Dragon Ball Z Kakarot on the main gameplay stream. 4 more hours. This time, we're going to be finishing up the intermission between the Namek and Android Sagas and starting up the Android Saga. Okay, so that should be super fun. And then, Wednesday night, it's a continuation of Super Mario World Yoshi's Island. Excuse me, Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island. And you might be saying, well, wait a minute. You've been doing those on Thursday. Why are you doing it on Wednesday? Well, that's because this Thursday is Ask the King. Ask the King is my bi-monthly Q&A show where I answer your questions, the questions that you post up on my forums on thekingofhate.com. So first of all, if you haven't yet, please head over to the forums and post up your questions, all right? There's going to be a link that's going to be in the stream chat several times today. It pops up about every 20 minutes. Or you could type !Ask the King into the stream chat. Either way, it'll take you to my PayPal tips page. Excuse me, my PayPal tips page, no. It'll take you to my forum page, excuse me. Used to saying that on a pre-stream, and it's jumped out of my mouth. No, it's not a scam to get you to go to my PayPal tips page. It's not a bait and switch. It'll take you to the forum page, okay? Where you can actually you can actually post up your questions for Ask the King this coming Thursday, all right? So Ask the King is my main stream on Thursday, all right? So that means Thursday night, all right, is going to be the continuation of my Knights of the Old Republic playthrough. That's right. It's going to be a late night stream this time around, okay? Why? Because I don't want to get behind on my 3 main game playthroughs that I'm doing. It's currently Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, Knights of the Old Republic, and Donkey Kong 64. I don't want to fall behind and not do a session of those on Thursday, so that's why I'm making Knights the late night stream that night, okay? Then on Friday, it will be more Donkey Kong 64 paired with Street Fighter, old school Street Fighter. Saturday will be the continuation of Dragon Ball Z Kakarot and Pokemon Sword. Sunday will be... Ow. Got sand in my eye. It's bothering me. Sunday will be more Knights. And there will be a 4-hour stream of Knights, followed by Doom 2. And then Monday will be, much like today, more Donkey Kong 64 and Minecraft. Okay? That's actually the entire week. So I have the entire week laid out for the next week. Okay? Hope that sounds good to you. Now, some people might say, well, wait a minute. Why is there no new games, no new stuff in the schedule? Because there are none. There literally are no new games. If there were new games that I was interested in, I'd be playing them. There's like nothing coming out for a while. In reality, the next major new releases are around mid-February. So we've got a while to go. So that's why we're kind of doing these more lengthy games, main playthroughs and stuff. And hopefully we'll make great progress in all these games this week. And you guys will like all this stuff. Okay? All right, good stuff. One more thing. The not viewer's choice, but the retrospective event is coming up soon. It's coming up in about 2-3 weeks, okay? This is going to be a special marathon stream where together we walk down memory lane and we reminisce about my 11 years as a content creator on the internet. You will be reviewing some of your favorite moments of my 11-year history. So you need to nominate those moments from the 11-year history. Every once in a while, there will be a pop-up in the stream that'll give you the link that you can go to the forums and nominate stuff for that event. Or you could just type !retrospective and it'll bring up the command immediately. All right? Please nominate your favorite moments over there. The more nominations, the better. It gives me more to review and more stuff to pick out that we're going to actually do live on that marathon. That marathon will take place roughly mid to late February. So we'll see. Oh yeah, one other interesting thing. I actually talked to my wife last night about seeing the Sonic the Hedgehog movie. She was not 100% opposed to it. She also wasn't sold on it that it's going to be good. She was kind of on the fence. So, so we'll see what happens. I'll see if in the next, remember, it comes out on Valentine's Day. Well, on Valentine's Day, we both work. But that week after, maybe we'll be able to go see it. Well, maybe not. Okay, we'll see. I'm leaving it as a possibility, something tossing out there. I suggested. I'll see if maybe we actually get interested enough to go see it in the theaters or not. I don't know. Keep in mind, seeing a movie in the theaters, you're talking, at least, even at the matinee showing, it's like $10 a ticket, And then, of course, you want a soda, which is going to be like $25 for like a cup of soda. God forbid that you want some candy. How about some Twizzlers? Oh, yeah. $3 a strand. Holy shit. Popcorn. Oh, God. Don't get me started on that. So, we'll see. We'll see what happens. But it's a possibility, but it's not a given. It's something that I mentioned to her last night, and she was like, all right, maybe. So we'll see. We'll see as if we get closer to the release of the movie, maybe we'll get a little bit more information about the movie, if it's any good, and go from there. Okay? Excuse me. Okay. All right. At least Shadow Ninja says you can buy beer now at the movie theater. Some theaters, not all theaters. Some theaters, they get a liquor license and they'll give you nice watered down beer. Oh yeah, I'm sure that's definitely the highest grade beer you can buy is the one you get at the movie theater, right? Yeah, Free for All Cast is almost $100 for a family of 4. I mean, yeah. If you don't go to matinee showing, like movie tickets cost like $15 or more now. So just think about that. 3 or 4 people going, and then you each get a soda. They're like, oh, fuck this. Soon, what they're going to do, I heard, you got to take a dump during the movie. Each square of toilet paper is going to be $5. You have to insert $5 bills to fucking dispense a single square of paper. So you... Oh, my God. Yes. Oh, yeah, agreed, guy. I agree on there. He says, the best part is watching you pay $25 for nachos, so they give you a plastic tin with cheese sauce inside and a bag of prepackaged Doritos nacho chips. Yeah. It's not even like they give you fresh-made nachos. They give you, like, a microwave goop and that you dip it in, and a fucking bag of chips you could have bought for 50 cents at the fucking corner store, So, oh man. Anyway, that's pretty funny. In reality, that's why I really don't go to the movies, There was a time when I actually used to be a movie buff and I liked going to the movies and seeing movies, but the price of this thing has gone so exorbitantly high in the last 10 years that I just don't go anymore, Okay, anyway, so I digress. Let's continue. Let's get to the next segment of the pre-stream, everybody. All right, the gratuitous plugs. Your favorite part. Everyone tells me every day they wait fervently for me to do the gratuitous plugs. I've actually heard in some countries, the gratuitous plug segment has become like a family affair. Like the family gathers around the PC device or mobile device, and they all gather. They have like food and they're like music. They play folk songs while they listen to the gratuitous plug segment of my pre-stream. So we have to live up to the expectation. All right, and so let's go. Let's go ahead and continue on here with the gratuitous plugs. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for 11 years where I've been able to share my daily gameplay experiences with all of you here on the internet. I absolutely love the fact that you guys come and hang out with me and still feel that I'm pertinent after being around for so long, one of the long-standing content creators on the internet. I absolutely love the fact that I am allowed to do what I love for a living. Not many people on this planet can say that. I get to do my hobby as a job. I never expected it would ever be this way, but it has been for a while, and I'm super grateful for that, okay? It's certainly not like it used to be, where I used to be a full-time YouTuber, and it was all about making videos for YouTube and ad revenue and views. Instead, now it's about making chill streams and having fun with all of you. And quite matter-of-factly, it is your crowdfunding efforts that allow me to keep doing this for a living, because you guys are very supportive on the streams, and I'm very grateful for that. So thanks to anyone who contributes in any way, shape, or form to keeping me going here. You know, and if you like the fact that I'm here 6 days a week, full-time streaming, and you like the fact that I upload all these videos and gameplay to DSPGaming, despite the fact that I really don't get much out of it, and you want to see all that continue, please consider contributing via one of the following methods that I'm about to explain on the stream. However, I'll say this up front, as I always do, contributions are greatly appreciated, but they are not mandatory. I do not expect anything from anyone. I do not want anyone to come to the stream and feel pressured that, oh man, I can't contribute today, so now I'm the odd man out, and I feel guilty because I can't contribute or anything like that. That's not how it works, all right? I am super happy that I'm able to share my gameplay experiences with all of you every single day. I did YouTube videos for 2.5 years on YouTube before I ever monetized a single one. And I also would continue to stream in some capacity. It certainly wouldn't be 6 days full-time every week, but in a limited capacity, I would definitely continue to stream even if I wasn't able to do this for a living anymore, okay? Because I love it so much. It really is my passion, and I love having an audience. I love interacting with you guys every day. I love sharing my gameplay experiences with you, and I hope that comes through on the streams, okay? So please understand that it's not all about money, and if you can't contribute, perfectly fine. You're still welcome here, okay? That being said, let's actually outline some of the ways that you can contribute if you would like to. You can check out my Patreon over at patreon.com/darksidephil. This is my monthly campaign where your contributions earn you personal perks for the level of contribution that you would give over there. All right. I'm not going to go into massive detail about it simply because you can check it out for yourself over on my Patreon. It explains everything in full detail. One of the cool perks you can get is getting your questions answered on my Ask the King show, guaranteed in a lengthy response. All right. Unlike on a stream where you just throw me a random question, I may or may not answer it, and if I do it, maybe a quick blurb. If you ask me something for Ask the King as a result of my Patreon, you're going to get a nice, lengthy, involved response, okay? So, give it a look. Thanks to anyone who's a current pledgee, and thanks to anyone considering pledging. Today's the 27th, so that means you have 4 days left to pledge for this month, and if you do, you'll get your perks in early February, okay? All right, thanks a lot, guys. I also have a Teespring store where I sell all kinds of fun merchandise. It's primarily t-shirts, admittedly, but there's other things there like stickers and mugs and the like. Good quality stuff, I can attest, because I own a bunch of it and have used it for years. It's never worn out, including the shirts. A single shirt has not worn out after wearing them repeatedly on streams and the like. Thanks to anyone who even gives it a look. If you buy anything, great. Thank you very much. That helps me out, and you get a cool collectible out of the deal. All right. Now, I have a feeling that tonight's going to be a good night. Tonight's going to be a good night. I got a feeling. Dun, 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 dun. No, I don't know. For some reason, that song popped into my head. But I got a feeling that many of you who are here live on the stream may want to contribute today in a way that would get you some extra recognition. So if you either cheer with bits or you subscribe to my channel here on Twitch, or if you tip me during today's live stream, I'm going to give you a live shout out as a way to say thank you for your contributions. As long as your message is in line with the rules of my stream. Okay? So pretty awesome, right? Wow, excuse me. There's a nice musical burp for you. That was absolutely revolting. I apologize. It's disgusting. I want to throw up after hearing that. But anyway, Yes, if you cheer, sub, or tip, I'll give you a live shout out. Good way to get recognition, a good way to have interaction with me during the stream. On the top of the stream, you'll see a stream stats leaderboard. That leaderboard tracks things like the top cheerer of the stream and the top tipper of the stream. So if you are one of those people, you'll also get extra recognition. Okay? In addition to that, there's an integrated leaderboard here on Twitch. It's actually built into your stream chats. You'll see it at the top of your screens right now. It tracks things like the top cheerer of the week, as well as the top subscription gifter of the week to the channel. And the week is fresh. This data actually updates overnight on Sundays, so what you're going to see on there is brand new data for Monday. So great opportunity if you want to get up there and get recognized. Today would be the day to either cheer or gift subs, because those are you're gonna get up there relatively easily. It's not like it's been a whole week where everyone's been competing. Great opportunity for that today. Okay, guys? Good stuff, right? Now, I just mentioned a lot of ways that you guys can contribute. And you might be saying, what's the best way to contribute? Well, everyone, very matter-of-factly, in particular, this week in particular, tipping me is the way to go. Tipping me helps me more than anything. Why do I need tips? Well, normally I would say, well, because tips I can use immediately for things such as paying groceries, or buying groceries, excuse me, or paying bills, or things like that. That's absolutely correct. This week in particular, I have to pay my fourth quarter 2019 state taxes, and once I do, I have the money for it, but once I do, I will be 100% tapped out, meaning I will be broke, okay? I don't get paid by Twitch until the middle of the month of February. That's not good. I got bills I got to pay and stuff, and so your tips are going to directly help me to basically not stay broke and be able to afford everything I still need to afford to pay for, in the coming 2 weeks, all right? So today, if you can tip me, please do. I definitely need the support and the help right now with tips, because I'm going to be broke very shortly after I pay this, okay? So thanks to anyone who even considers contributing today. If you can tip me, please do. That's the preferred method. It's going to help me more than anything, okay? So let's talk a little bit about tipping. How do you tip? If you look below the stream, there's a tips jar button you can click on, or you can type !tip into the stream chat. Either one of those methods will actually take you to my PayPal tips page. That's right. This will take you to the PayPal tips page, which is what I was waiting to say. I didn't mean to say it earlier on in the pre-stream, okay? So, if you are going to tip me, a couple things you should know. The first thing is, please understand that, there are multiple ways to tip. You can either tip using an actual registered PayPal account, which is easy if you have one. But if you don't, maybe you want to tip, but you don't want to go through the hassle of registering a full PayPal account and linking a bank account, etc. Well, you can actually do that. All right, you could pay for a tip with a debit or credit card, much like any other thing you buy on the internet. However, that option may not be readily available to you. By just looking at the PayPal page, you may say, it's not there, I don't understand. Well, that's because you have to go to the PayPal page on a desktop device. You actually have to load the full-on desktop version of the PayPal page to see those options. So if you're doing it on a mobile device, you got to try to load the full desktop version, or preferably just go to a desktop computer. Okay? Fair enough? Alrighty then. Now, one other thing that I want to say. By the way, warning everyone, bottle crunch impending in 3, 2, 1. There you go. So, FYI, I look out for my viewers. I want to make sure that you guys are protected and that you guys are safe and that no one's doing malicious stuff to you guys. So, in particular, if you're thinking of contributing to my streams today, I strongly recommend that you protect your identity in any way possible. If you may be wondering, well, what does that mean? What's Phil referencing here? I strongly recommend that if you're going to contribute via tipping in particular, that you use a method that does not reveal your real name or link to anything like your social media. You'd be incredibly surprised how much personal information is out on the internet for people, just a common person these days. Everyone seems to have an Instagram and a Twitter and a Facebook, and they post up pictures of them going to every little place and the places they work, and it's linked to their family members and the like. That's pretty bad that we put that much personal info out there. You'd be surprised what people could do with that info to hurt you or harass you online, okay? And the reason I say that is because there are people out there who have miserable lives, and the only kind of power that they can get in their life is to actually harass people online anonymously, All right? You may say, well, why would people do that? I'm a nobody, and what personal gain would they get out of doing it? None. It's not about that. It's about them having a feeling of personal power by being able to screw with someone's life remotely over the internet. I know that sounds crazy because normal people wouldn't feel that way, but these are not normal fucking people. Okay? So, that being said, I want you guys to be protected. I don't want any of you to contribute on a stream, and the next thing you know, you're getting doxxed and people are attacking you all over the place. So, if you're going to tip me today in particular, I strongly recommend either use the name Anonymous. Just say Anonymous. Do an anonymous tip. If you do that, no one will know it's you and no one will be able to come after you. All right? Or I recommend using a name that you could completely make up one that has nothing whatsoever to do with you or your real life identity or your online persona when it comes to your social media. Okay? Do what you can to protect yourself. Be diligent because these people are out there. They're messed up and they're going to mess with you if they can. So just be careful. Okay, guys? Okay, then. Fair enough? All right. Continuing on. Let's now talk about the rules, everybody. The rules of the stream. First of all, I have to abide by all the rules of Twitch.tv since I am using their business to stream. Please understand I cannot just say or do whatever the heck I want on my stream. I have to abide by their criteria. But in addition to that, I have my own set of rules where people can basically get... all right, let me explain. When I stream, I'm trying to maintain a certain chill vibe to the stream. All right? I'm trying to make it so that when you come to my streams, you can escape the drama of everyday life. You can escape the stresses of things going on in your real life. This is a place to relax and to chill and to have a good time, have some interaction with me, see my honest reactions to a game, etc. The last thing you want to do is come here and be inundated with drama and arguments and nonsense, And every once in a while, let's face it, it's unavoidable. Yesterday, with the tragic passing of Kobe Bryant and his daughter, we were all talking about that the whole stream. There's nothing you can do about it. When current events like that happen, obviously those are going to be the hot topics of the stream, right? But in general, I know a lot of people come here to relax and escape the real life stuff that's going on. So, in general, there's two rules that I like to apply to my streams that I feel maintain a certain chill vibe. The first is that we don't talk about politics or religion. I feel that those are two topics that are very, very argumentative. When people talk about them, they tend to not be able to see from someone else's perspective. They can't agree to disagree. Instead, it's kind of the opposite, where it's like it's my way or the highway, and they get very angry with each other if someone doesn't agree, and they break out into these big heated arguments, and we don't need that on the stream. Trust me, I'm pretty sure that you guys hear enough about that stuff in your real lives. You don't need to come to a gameplay stream where you're looking to relax, and you have to hear all this crap about politics and religion, right? So, we don't talk about that stuff on streams unless we end up having a game that maybe has topics that are related to that stuff. If there's a game where that's part of the plot, that's different then. If you're talking in the context of a game, then absolutely it's allowed, okay? So just tossing that out there. Alrighty then. Okay. Also, the other thing is, I'm well aware there's tons of people on the internet who are looking to just cause drama and slander me on a daily basis. Yesterday was a perfect example of this, where they tried to say that I said something that I never said on my stream to make me look bad. They were actually trying to say yesterday, as stupid as this sounds, that I was equating the death of Kobe Bryant to losing my game save file in Knights of the Old Republic. I never did that at all. I literally said on stream, man, a lot of really bad stuff's happening today. Kobe Bryant passed away unexpectedly. My game save seems to be corrupted in this game. This is just, in general, a really bad day overall, because it's just big, bad things happening. Guess what? Those are both bad things that happen. Did I ever say they were equivalent? Hell no. I never said that at all. I literally was just listing things off on the stream, and if you're actually here for the stream, I talked at length about how Kobe Bryant was a really interesting and important person. He was motivational to tons of people, and that he should be remembered, and it was a really tragic loss. I even specifically said, yeah, the loss of Kobe Bryant is way worse than losing a game save file, but that's what I mean. This is what these idiots do. On a daily basis, they try to do shit like this to get clickbait views. That's exactly what it was. It was like 2 or 3 people who I guess made videos. Look what Phil said on stream yesterday. I didn't even say that. Like, they literally only show one portion of the stream to be completely disingenuous, to act like that's what the stream was about when it wasn't, to say I said something that I never said, to get clickbait views and make money. And their viewers are so fucking stupid, They eat it up like I almost said a chicken sandwich. I was gonna say like a chocolate sundae, but somehow I said chicken, so I almost said chicken sundae. They basically eat it up because that's what they are. They're brainless, drama-consuming idiots. So anything that's said obviously is factually true, even if it's something taken completely out of context and you weren't there for the stream. What's hilarious is when those idiots said this nonsense, all right, people who were critics of mine came to my defense and were like, no, that's not what happened at all. Okay, like, what the fuck are you talking about? You literally fabricated a situation to get clickbait views and make money on YouTube. And this is what these idiots do every single fucking day because they're no-life losers who don't actually have anything productive to do with their lives. Instead, they try to ride my coattails and make a living doing it. They're scumbags, all right? They should be sued into oblivion. It's 100% defamation. It is illegal, but I don't have the money to do it. So instead of dwelling on all this horse shit from these fucking pieces of human filth, what I do is I focus on the positive. Today, we're going to play a fun gameplay stream. I'm going to do my best to make it entertaining for you guys. We're going to chill. We're going to have a good time. That's what it's all about. Not focusing on the negative shit, not focusing on the drama that these idiots try to fabricate today. Today, they'll probably say, you know, I equated, you know, stomping babies into paste with a rotten banana in Donkey Kong or something. You know, it's just, it's that insanity. That's how they are. These people are complete fucking idiots. Okay? So that being said, we do not mention that crap on the streams. You know, I just talked about it for like, what, 3 minutes? As a rule, we don't bring that up at all after the pre-stream. I mention it on pre-stream every day to let you guys know. We're aware that stuff exists. We know it's there. There's no point in bringing it up. You want to know why? Because if you keep bringing it up all stream, oh, this guy said this about Phil. This guy's illegally restreaming Phil. This guy's doing this. This guy insulted Phil. All the stream will be is about that. We'll never have time to focus on positive stuff. We'll never have time to make good gameplay and fun, chill experiences with each other. It'll just be crap, crap, crap. And I don't want my streams to become toxic crap. Okay? So that's why we just fucking ignore it. Okay? There's no reason. At this point, it's just so hilarious that these idiots make this shit up constantly that it's white noise to me. You know what I mean? Like, it's not even like, oh God, look what Phil, what they're saying about Phil, and now Phil has to defend himself. It's not even like that anymore because they do it so often just to get attention that it's just become white noise garbage. I don't care about it anymore. You know, every day they're going to say something ridiculous, so why even bring it up on the stream? And the truth of the matter is, after, you know, this brief mentioning of it on pre-stream, so you guys know it's against the rules, if anyone brings it up during the stream, literally what you're doing, you're derailing the positivity of the stream and giving those people undue attention they don't deserve, and it's actually counterproductive to the stream. So please understand that, and please know that it's not allowed on the streams, it's against the rules, and you will be moderated if you do bring that stuff up. So I'm just saying that up front so everyone understands, there's no misconceptions here. Please don't do it. Fair enough? Alrighty then. Thank you guys for understanding. Alright. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the third and final segment of the pre-stream. Alright? This is the one where I do some ASMR for you. And everyone loves this segment. It's something new that I started doing a couple days ago. I'm just kidding. I'm not doing that. I just made that up completely. I wonder how many people actually were believing that. No, this is the shout-out segment. This is where I say thank you to all of you who've contributed. We start updating the leaderboards. We have some interaction. We have some fun discussion before the stream actually starts. Okay? Good stuff? All right. So some people, I knew it. ASMR segment, what? Yes, people are like, what? I was kidding. They actually believed it. All right. So let's do some shout-outs. First of all, I received a $1 tip from Internet Famous McCroy overnight. Actually, I take that back. It was a $2.30 tip from Internet Famous McCroy. Okay? Excuse me. He says the following. I was watching a This Is How You Don't Play video last night. I think it's fair that you should get some kind of royalty since they're essentially DSP highlights and lowlights. That's my 2 cents. Here's my $2 plus PayPal's stinky flat fee. Thanks for the years of entertainment. First of all, Internet Famous McCroy, thank you for even thinking of me overnight. It's surprising to me that people even think about myself or my content when I'm not broadcasting, but some people do. Also, thank you for the support. This is how you don't play. How did it start? Started with me doing terrible playthroughs of games on purpose because I didn't really care about the quality of my playthroughs. I thought the whole thing was a joke, so I would make really bad quality, you know, over-the-top, stupid commentary playthroughs of games, not taking them seriously, acting like a fool, insulting the game developers, doing all kinds of zany shit, because that was my shtick on YouTube. What's hilarious is that this worked and made sense, and everyone liked it for about 3 to 4 years. Then all of a sudden, when I played Metal Gear Solid, all right, people got incredibly offended that I would do this to the Metal Gear franchise and insult Hideo Kojima, which is hilarious because I'd done it every single other game I'd ever played, but for some reason these people didn't get it. Figure that one out. So they started making these videos of, oh, this is how you don't play. This is how you make you do it wrong. Because they were so elitist, their feeling was that you should only be playing these games in a certain way. How dare you make a shitty Let's Play of these games, right? So the thing is, these playthroughs became virally popular for the wrong reasons. People saw that I was failing so much, and they liked the fact that people made fun of me for it, all right? So that's how This Is How You Don't Play became popular. Now, admittedly, you know, when these first started many years ago, I reacted negatively and said, oh, man, people are stealing my content and doing this stuff without my permission. If they just asked, I would have liked it better. But then I started hating on the people and stuff. So if I had been a more open attitude toward it, probably things would have been a lot better. But essentially what happened was it became virally popular to rip apart my playthroughs and make fun of me. And that's kind of how almost like overnight, I would say it was probably a 6 to 8 month process. I went from being one of the top revered kind of raw Let's Players on YouTube to, oh, that's the guy who sucks at games but somehow makes a living doing it. Let's all make fun of him. Okay? And that's pretty much what This Is How You Don't Play became. Now, the thing is, the gimmick lasted many years. I'd probably say from like 2012 all the way through like maybe like 2016-ish. And then at that point, people were like, you know, this is stupid. It's the same thing over and over. And then what ended up happening was people started stretching really badly to have content for these videos. So, for example, oh, let's egg on people to make really toxic, disgusting comments on DSP's videos because This Is How You Don't Play isn't very interesting on its own, so let's just highlight toxic comments from fucking idiots, you know, immature morons who want to make it into a video on YouTube, who are just going to sit there and say really disgusting things about Phil and his family and everything to try to get attention in a video. So what ended up happening was my comments ended up getting taken over, like all kinds of crap, all right? It was really annoying because here I am trying to make a living on YouTube, and now my content is being negatively affected by people who want to make fun of me because they're flooding my comments with toxic shit. Eventually, I just turned the comments off because I had so many of my actual loyal viewers saying, we've had enough, you know, like we can't even focus on the gameplay anymore because there's so many toxic comments, just turn off the comments. So I did. And essentially what happened was overnight, when I turned off the comments, This Is How You Don't Play died. Not to say that people don't still try to make them, but when people try to do this stuff, it's just not popular anymore. No, there's no This Is How You Don't Plays that come out in the modern era that get any kind of traction compared to how they used to. I mean, we're talking videos that used to get tens, if not hundreds of thousands of views, and now they can barely get to 10,000 views half the time. No one really cares about that crap anymore, all right? But sadly, it got worse for me because now it's, instead of This Is How You Don't Play, now it's personal attacks on Phil every day, slander against Phil, like we already mentioned on the pre-stream. So it's just as bad for me, it's just for different reasons, okay? But essentially, internet famous McCroy, you're correct, okay? You're absolutely correct. This Is How You Don't Play is basically a way for people to do some kind of a project to get views or whatever. I don't get anything out of it, all right? I don't. I make no money on that. That's using my content without my permission. And I appreciate that if you saw one of those videos that you came over here and you support it, all right? That's really nice of you, okay? The thing is, I've heard some really silly misconceptions. There's some people that seem to be under the impression that when people do stuff like that, like, oh, if you take someone's content and you make a video using their content, they have the ability to claim your video on YouTube and they can make the revenue off of your own video that you made about them. That's not true at all. That's only available if you're a big corporation and you buy the rights to use YouTube's Content ID system. Then you can load all of your video content into Content ID, and then you can claim people's videos who you think are a match to that content. And that's actually why it's funny. That's why about twice a year, I would say, there's a big snafu, a big dramatic error where YouTube will erroneously match a ridiculous amount of videos from some third-party company who didn't know what the fuck they were doing, and they loaded content into YouTube saying it was their own when it was like a cutscene from a game. And the next thing you know, everyone who ever played that game gets their video claimed by this company you never heard of. Okay? That's how Content ID works. The common YouTuber cannot use Content ID to protect their content at all. If I were filthy rich, I could probably pay to have Content ID content match all my content, and overnight, every single This Is How You Don't Play, every single detractor video, every single piece of garbage that's out there would get claimed and I'd make money on it. But I'm not filthy rich. I can't do that, okay? So, that's not how it works. Anyone who says that is full of shit, all right? Anyone who says, oh, I'm using Content ID to claim, revenue on other people's videos, you're a liar, all right? You're an absolute 100% liar. That's not how it works. The only system that's actually available to the common YouTuber is a system that will match other people's content to yours, but all you can do is flag it to take it down for copyright reasons. Like you say, oh, they use my content, I want to flag it for copyright. And you can do that. But we all know that YouTube's copyright system also doesn't work. That even if you flag something for copyright, someone could just dispute it, and unless you actually sue them, within 2 weeks, the content goes back live on YouTube anyway, and then you have no other recourse but to sue them to actually take it down. So, none of that exists. It's complete nonsense. Anyone who says, oh, I'm going to Content ID match someone, they're a liar. Okay? Just so you guys know, because people say this to me all the time. Why don't I just Content ID match? This is how you don't play. Or, oh, I'm sure Phil's making tons of money on the back end on all those videos people make on him. No. Okay? That's not true at all. All right? Fair enough? So thank you again, Internet Famous McCroy. I appreciate that you contributed after watching a video like that, because you're right, I get nothing out of it. Rob8777 resubscribed for 25 months. Says, hey, bro, what's going on, Rob? How you doing? Thank you for the ongoing support. I appreciate that. Alfred Aponte gifted a subscription to Vincent. Congratulations, Vincent. And thank you, Alfred, for the gifted sub. I appreciate the support. Then we had someone who comes into the stream chat, brand new account, and says, can you unban an account? So I looked into the account. The account was someone who literally said disgusting things about my wife months ago and was permanently banned because of it. No, that account's not getting unbanned. And then you got banned as well for requesting it because you're probably the same guy on a stock account. So enjoy your permanent ban. There you go. Okay. Pepe Sylvia Jr. did a 500-bit cheer and said something. Said there's a secret ability to make Lanky Kong throw his own feces by doing a certain input. I'm pretty sure that's not correct. And that's obviously a monkey joke because monkeys tend to throw their own feces, which is disgusting. So thank you, Pepe Sylvia Jr. for the top cheer of the day, which is a 500-bit cheer. I appreciate that. And for the disgusting joke as well. So there you go. Mr. Barbavera did a series of cheers talking about Minecraft, so let's see what he had to say. First of all, he said, would you be interested in revisiting Star Wars Battlefront? This has nothing to do with Minecraft. Oops. He says, would you be interested in revisiting Star Wars Battlefront 2? Some new-ish DLCs are coming. Revamping the game. It might be interesting to check it out. Let me put it this way. I've heard that much like Rainbow Six Siege, okay, which is a game that had a horror story of a launch, with it, like the first 6 months of the game were absolutely atrociously bad, but people stuck with it, and the game now is one of the biggest, most competitive, games in the competitive gaming community. So it basically was kind of like a big story of a game that recovered from a horrible first version. Star Wars Battlefront 2 apparently is the same deal. At launch, it was not very good. I played it for about 2 months after launch, and I liked it more than most, but people were just telling me it's boring as dirt, stop playing it, so I did. Apparently now people are saying the game's actually much better, and they really redesigned the game from the ground up to be a different system, and you really like it. I would consider it if you guys wanted to see it. I have it on the Xbox One. I could easily re-download it. Actually, do I have it on Xbox One? I think I might have it on PS4. I'm trying to remember what console did I get Battlefront 2 on. Now I don't remember. But anyway, I could get it again. I have it digitally. So, maybe I could do it as a late night stream randomly and check it out and see if you guys like it. If it's something you guys enjoy, maybe I could do it every once in a while as a chill late night stream, just a multiplayer of it. I don't know. But I would leave that to you guys to determine. I don't know that much about it. I don't know what's changed in it. You guys were the ones who told me last time to stop playing it. So if you guys are interested in seeing if I play it again, I consider it. It's up to you guys. Okay? So let me know. Give me your feedback. Do you want to see me check out Battlefront 2 again, or leave a dead game a dead game? Let me know. Okay? All right. Mr. Barbavera also did a cheer about Minecraft, saying that the mob grinder was a positive. It would be useful. He cheered again, and he said, another thought for things like the mob grinder, librarian farm, and the rail system. Those kinds of large projects can be set aside and work on when there's time for it. Over time, they'd be finished. Like if you need something to do between the smaller builds that people contribute. I agree. I completely agree. I think here's the thing. When we started with the top Minecraft contributor gets to do something, originally it was like, name something in the world. And that was great because you name something, you're done, and you can get back to the projects and stuff that I wanted to work on. But now it's like, do this insane project that's going to take 5 streams. Like, wait a minute. Now, what about the other 4 people who are going to be top contributor and want something? Now, no one gets their stuff done because this guy was so greedy and wanted a giant project and didn't listen to my criteria. It's pretty ridiculous. Maybe what I would say is, what I need to do is like maybe once a month dedicate a daytime stream to Minecraft. So I say, okay, there's a bigger build, there's something bigger scale that we need to do. Set the time around for that one stream to be that bigger thing. And then the other streams would be for smaller things. So I'll give you a perfect example here. There's a really good project we're going to do soon. I'm going to announce it on tonight's Minecraft stream. It was the last top contributor of last week asked for this. I was like, that's actually pretty neat and interesting. It's pertinent to my content. I think that we should do it. But I don't think it's going to take that long. Maybe it would take a couple hours to get the resources together to do it and build it. I think it would be a pretty neat project. So I'll reveal that tonight, and maybe that's something we can work on the next week or two. I'll work on the mob grinder, but I'm not going to commit to finishing the mob grinder immediately. You know what I mean? I think I'd rather do a fun project that takes a couple hours than a fucking project that's useful but takes 27 hours to do. You see what I mean? So let's see tonight what happens. Chunky Jack did a 100-bit cheer and said, I hope this helps, dude. Thank you, Chunky Jack. Any contribution does help, so thank you for that. PW Doves tipped me $1.30. He says, was there ever a time when tipping wasn't the best option to contribute? Yeah, in fact, last year, see, people don't really realize it because people tend to focus on the negative than the positive. Let's face that, right? It's true. It's human nature. People are dramatic. They want to focus on the negative instead of the positive. There was quite a few months last year, I'd probably say 3 or 4 months, where I did not say, tips help me more than whatever. And I didn't mention it for extended, weeks at a time. I wouldn't even mention anything besides, you can tip. But I wouldn't say, it's the best contribution method and blah, blah, blah. At that point, those were weeks that were pretty good. There were a few times last year where it wasn't so bad. And so I didn't have to say it at all. Just in particular, right now, things are really bad. As you guys know, the financial stuff I'm going through. And it's about to be particularly really bad this week when I have to do these tax payment. And then, boom, I have no money. So thank you guys for understanding. I don't want to have to talk about, tip me every pre-stream. But I pretty much have to at this point because that's how I'm making ends meet. So, again, please consider tipping me, and thanks to anyone who considers it, okay? All right, PW. Oh, by the way, Shao Kahn Artist said he was really excited when they rebooted Star Wars, and he was so excited for Battlefront, and he was immediately disappointed when he played Battlefront, and it sucked. Yeah, I think you're the same as everybody else, dude. Especially people who played the original Battlefront games, and you play these new ones, and you're like, what the hell, man? What happened? Okay. PW Dubs now tipped another $1 and is asking, can I put everyday items like cat food and deodorant on my Amazon wish list? No. My Amazon wish list is simply put for supplies for the business. That's what it's for. That's what it always will be. So if you want to help out so I don't have to spend money on games or supplies for the business, by all means, please check out my Amazon wish list and get me some of those PlayStation Network or Xbox Live or Nintendo Shop credits or whatever. That's super helpful. But outside of that, no, I'm not going to have people just, sending me random shit. Commodities for the house and stuff. Okay? Bob, Newbie, Demogorgon Chowder tipped me $1. Said easy peasy, right? I think what he's doing is he's trying to show that you can easily hide your identity with a tip by doing just random shit. So there you go. All right, now this is hilarious. I got a $1 tip from Legions176 saying, well, I apologize for yesterday. I was offended you compared your deleted save to the death of a human being. No, because I didn't do that. You're a complete fucking idiot. Seriously, I mean this, Legion. You are a dumb fuck because you believe whatever you're told. You were not there for the stream. You didn't see the fact that we had a very honorable discussion about Kobe Bryant. and that what you're saying literally didn't happen, you are a really dumbass. Really, you're just a dumb fuck. So you could take your dollar and you could shove it up your own fucking ass because you're an idiot. Thanks for the dollar tip. By the way, I'm sure that they'll try to dispute that tip later as well. So, I'll still count it, but... Okay, welcome to Snap City. Did the 50-bit cheers your thoughts on the Royal Rumble? I thought it was one of the best men's Rumbles in years, and The Fiend and Bryan had a badass strap match. I don't know, I didn't see any of it. I didn't see any of the Royal Rumble whatsoever. Obviously, social media was 100% rife with spoilers, so I already know everything that happened at the Royal Rumble. But, sadly, I got spoiled on all of it, and I didn't see it, and I probably at this point won't even watch it because there's no point because I know everything that happened. So there you go. Eternal Napalm cheered. He says, there's a survival horror game releasing on February 3rd. It's called Dawn of Fear. Looks like a really good old school survival horror game in the vein of Resident Evil. Eternal Darkness of Silent Hill looks pretty fun. Never heard of it until now. Sounds like an indie game. My question would be, number one, is it actually on consoles? Number two, what does it cost? Number three, do you think it's something that people would like to watch? If all those are like, yes, it's on consoles, and it's not super expensive, and I think people would like to watch it, I'll consider playing it, because there's nothing going on in early February at all for new game releases. All right, and chances are, within the next week, we'll probably make some pretty good progress. I think, in reality, we may be coming near the end of Knights of the Old Republic. There's only one planet left we haven't been to yet. So I'm actually thinking maybe like another 1 or 2 sessions, maybe we'll beat Knights. And I don't know how long Donkey Kong 64 is. Maybe this will be 2-3 more sessions and we'll be done. I don't know. But definitely I'm looking for other projects to start up. And if this sounds like something interesting, then I will definitely check it out. Okay? So shoot me that info and we'll talk about it. Okay? Froggins cheered. He says, it's great news you're able to afford your upcoming payment. I remember last year we were worried about you because of taxes. Things are finally looking up. Well, I can afford the payment. The problem is then I'm broke and I need to pay everything else. See what my point is? Like, I have the money now to pay, but then it clears my bank account out and then I'm like, now I have no money for anything. And if certainly this is not my only tax hurdle. After this, now I got federal taxes that I'm way backed up on and haven't paid. So we're right back to square one. This is the situation. However, as I've told you guys during that podcast about a week and a half ago now, I have a plan. I'm in the midst of, this whole bankruptcy deal. And once this goes through, this should make things better for me, even though it will make things significantly worse in a couple ways. It should make things better for me. And in fact, that maybe I'll finally, over time, be able to get caught up and not have these issues anymore with this shit. Okay? But, yeah, it sucks. Like, you're right. Last year was like panic mode. This year's not as bad, but it's still going to be bad. And we're going to have to see what happens. Okay? So, again, guys, thank you for your support. Best way to support me right now would be to tip me, so please consider that today. Okay? All right, let's do some shout-outs. Excuse me. Let's do some shout-outs. First of all, top cheerers of the week are just basically the people who cheered this morning. So we got Froggins, Eternal Napalm, and Welcome to Snap City, who cheered 50 bits. Chunky Jack did 100 bits, and Mr. Papavera did 150. And Pepe Sylvia Jr. did a 500-bit cheer, so thank you, guys. And this morning, Alfred Aponte gifted a sub, so thank you, Alfred, for the gifted sub. Let's take a brief... Oh, hold on a second. Bagel Goose did a 100-bit cheer and says, throughout all your years as a content creator, what's the weirdest, most unexpected thing you had to edit out of a video or didn't capture? Oh. I had to edit out of a video or I didn't capture. In reality, now I live stream everything, so I don't edit anything out. So I would say in the years that I've been a full-time live streamer, absolutely nothing. I would say back in the day, when I first started on YouTube and I was doing this for like 2-3 years, it was iffy about what could be allowed on YouTube and what wouldn't. So there'd be certain playthroughs where I'd be like, man, there's a scene here. Like, for example, God of War 3. Kratos is about to, make love to the women in the game, which, by the way, it's funny how the new God of War that came out a couple of years ago was an outstanding game, didn't need any of that disgusting, sexual shit in it, right? But, back in the day, that was all the rave, have those sexual encounters in God of War games. I didn't know if showing the actual scene was going to be allowed on YouTube, because it was like virtual nudity or whatever. So I edited it over with hilarious comedy shit, and that was kind of what I had to do back in the day when it was an iffy thing and you didn't know if it would be allowed or not. Is it risque? Virtual boobs and stuff, are they allowed? I don't know. You know, so back then I would edit the videos to hide that stuff so I wouldn't have any issues on YouTube. Today, I just fucking stream and let it ride. Like, I just stream whatever, upload raw to YouTube, whatever happens, happens, I don't give a fuck. You know? So, in reality, today, it hasn't been an issue for many years, but back then, that's what I would always have to worry about. If there was something sexual in a game, or there was some kind of virtual nudity, is this going to be allowed on YouTube, right? I would say the one thing that really shocked me was when I was playing South Park: The Stick of Truth, and there's the scene where you have a boss fight against the gnomes while your parents are having sex in the room and shit. I was like, I can't believe that they allowed that on YouTube and didn't censor it at all. They didn't. They allowed it on YouTube. Everyone played that game. Everyone has that footage from the playthrough live on YouTube, and they didn't do anything about it. I guess they consider because it was a cartoon or whatever that it wasn't a big deal. But that surprised the shit out of me. I thought that they were going to have issue with that, and YouTube never had issue with it. So, all right, PW Dubs tipped me $1. Says, what is the salary to be a mod? I'm interested in applying. Oh, it's a very lucrative, let me tell you, it's a very lucrative position. You make millions of dollars a year. Actually, my mods make more than me. That's pretty crazy when you think about it, but it's true. PW Dubs, I know you're joking. Okay? All right. So thank you guys for the support. Let's end the pre-stream. I'm going to take a brief break to use the restroom, and then we're going to begin with Donkey Kong 64. In fact, just like we did last time, let me turn on my Wii U. Turn on the Wii U here, so you can guys hear the amazing dashboard music of the Wii U. I know you love it. I seriously know you do. Okay. Here it goes. There it is. All those weird what did they call those? Your me, M-I-I, your me, and those don't exist anymore. When the Switch came out, they got rid of all the me's, right? So the me's are walking around and making weird noises, even though they're completely outdated. There you go. All right, let's take a break, guys. I'll be back, and then we're gonna do more Donkey Kong. All right, guys, thanks. I'll see you in just a sec.